back though. We got it recorded. So, yeah. So I bought Euro JPY last night. Really good zone. I actually, hold on. I know he's on. Austin, I know you're on. I just heard you talk. I seen your screenshot in the group chat, but I seen it. I didn't see it until today. Whenever I checked the group chat, because actually Tyler and we were playing Xbox last night at like 2 in the morning, or 1 in the morning, or something like that. And
Sick invite.
huh?
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, I thought you said something.
No, I said sick invite, but keep going, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, no, and I seen he told me about it, and I said, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about Euro JPY, because he said something about it a couple weeks ago, but I forgot about it, and then it was coming down on this zone that I had lined up. But everybody should be able to see on the webinar right now that this is where buyers get engaged at. Like, everybody should be able to see that. Pretty much, you should be able to also see that sellers pretty much get engaged every time about right there. And then the all-time low of the buying zone, because this is something that I'm paying really close attention to, is this zone right here, because this is my next zone that I'm going to be looking for a buy. But I don't have, many things marked up on this. Oh, I did, but I took them all off because I want you guys to just see how easy this is to see where price is. Many of you guys love to trade off smaller time frames. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you guys have to understand that you don't want to go so small on time frames without a lot of confirmation backing your trade. So what I mean by that is many times, you guys want to look at the hourly chart, for instance, and let's see. I don't know. Maybe let's do gold, because everybody likes to trade gold. So let's go look at gold. So let's look at this. So let's act like this right here doesn't exist. Matter of fact, if I remember how to do this, hold on. This is bar replay. Hold on, let me do, it's gonna be like this. Okay, and can I just have to click play? Okay, yeah. So if you look at gold on this instance, this is like gold off of the hourly, right? So if you see this, what you guys are going to be looking at is, when you're looking at price, you guys are most likely going to be looking at things like this going on gold, and seeing certain levels, certain peaks and valleys that happen inside of the market, as you see. So what you guys are going to look at in this instance doesn't mean this is a bad thing or anything like this, but I know a lot of you guys, just because you know trading and you start to get more adept in trading and more knowledgeable, you might look at this as a two touch, right? And it's not that it's not a two touch, it's not that there's not two touches on this level right here, but understand it's off of an hourly zone, right? And then also, you'll look at this and say, okay, this is the resistance right here. Now, this very well could be the resistance, and that could very well be the support. But whenever you're trading, I want you guys to understand that it's all about the quality of trades that you get in. It's not necessarily about the quantity, because when we're trading, we want to spend the least amount of time in the market as possible, because the more time that you spend in the market, the more chances that you get in order to allow the market to go against you and to lose on trades. So if, like, for instance, why I only trade 10 times a month, basically I'm giving you guys half of my signals. That's half the trades I take, I'm going to give you guys. And I'm going to try to find the best trades that I think are good. Like last night, I'm not going to send out a signal at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Even though I lost on that trade, it wouldn't have mattered if I won on that trade or not. I'm still not going to give a trade out that late. Normally, I'm going to try to do it when everybody's pretty much awake and within a reasonable amount of time of when everybody can get into the trade. They're normally not instant executions unless we're on the webinar and we see something. It's different. But when you see this, I want to show you guys the difference of what this looks like. So if you look at this, now just pay attention to how this looks right here. So if these are your lines that you're trading on right here, I want you guys to just see what price does on these levels. Now, this would be normally where you would want to take a sell out right there based off of that level right there. And as you see, price spikes up, okay? And you see prices spiking up to that level, and that's most likely a trade that you would have lost on right there. And then especially if you want to get short on that level right there, but you might look at buying on this zone right here because it's above that zone. But as you see, price spikes down, and as you see what would price do at that level right there, you would be looking at buying off of this level. And according to price, when you see it, you would probably look at selling this level because price is staying below. But as you see, look how price continues to spike up and go to that level. Now, if you look at this right here, this is a matter from January 12th at 600. So then this is basically, what is that, 14 hours? So if you're trading this zone right here and you identify this zone, this right here, your zone is now, it's not a easy on the eyes setup. It's not an easy on the eyes trade anymore. So now you're going to have to go in and adjust your trades, but I mean, look at what you have to go and adjust. You have to like perfectly try to get these things and be like, oh, okay, well, this is going to be my setup right here. And then you have to go in, and I didn't even put these on here yet because I want you to see this. You're going to have to go in, pull it down to this zone right here, and then see, does this even give you a 3-to-1? Does this give you a 3-to-1 setup? And so you look at this, it doesn't even give you a 3-to-1 setup because you have to go below this wick right here. You have to go below that wick. So when you go look at this and you go see these things, it's not even giving you that 3-to-1 setup. Then you have to do the same thing on the flip side of this, because I know many of you guys like to trade a lot of times, but you have to remember that trading is all psychological and mental. So the more that you get in and the more that the market goes against you, the less and less confident you become. And the reason why I line you guys up off these bigger time frames is because I know what works in the market. I know how you're going to be able to make money. And so continue to look at this. Just keep watching this in this zone right here. Notice how it's making a new zone off that level right there. And this is pretty much going to be the lines that you're trading off of. And you might, not saying that you wouldn't, because I know you guys are intelligent. You might go and look at this right here and say, okay, there is my selling zone off of this. You guys might have tried to take sales off of that line right there. Remember, this is still an hourly chart that you have pulled up right here. So these are probably the lines that you have lined up right here if you're trading this strictly off of the hour chart, I would say. Now, if price rejects right here, you're going to put a resistance right there most likely. You're going to probably try and move this. So you'll probably do this now. You might go like right here is going to be your resistance if this thing starts pushing down. And this might be your zone right here. And then this might be your support still. This still might be your support at this level. But just continue to watch and see price at this level and see price at this zone. These are the zones that you're looking at. So then you would look at buying there. But as you notice, price, does it stay below? Does it go up? I don't know. We'll see. Nope, it goes down. It shoots to the downside. And I think we're going to get close to where price is going to be here in a little bit. But I'm gonna show you guys the difference between what I just did, showed you guys what I know most people do, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you're gonna figure out the best places to buy, the best places to sell, and pretty much what price is doing. And it's not to say that off these little zones and off these little zones, you can't come in and make money off of it, but you have to realize that you have to think of trading as an investment. If you want, you can have an account that you want to treat it like a game. Okay, price is up to date. You can have an account that you want to treat it like it's a game, but don't mess with your investment money. Don't mess with the money that you don't want to lose or you can't afford to lose. Now these are the lines that you would have drawn right here. Now let me show you the difference of what this is going to look like now when we shift this off to the bigger time frames. So number one, this is the monthly chart. I'm not necessarily going to focus so much off the monthly right here. This isn't necessarily my goal. The weekly is a little bit better because we can see more clear zones. But pretty much, if you look at this and say pretty much through here, This is pretty much the zone, as you see, where buyers get engaged. This was COVID, so those kind of things happen. But as you see, price pretty much stays and respects this line right here, right? Now shift it down to the daily, and I'm going to show you guys how the difference is, that I don't get confused at where zones are. So here's the next line right here. This is my next zone, and I would say to TBH, I would say that's like the end all be all zone of sellers. And then whose mic is this? Somebody's mic is destroying life right now. Okay. And then this is going to be the line chart close right here. That's the line chart close. So notice price drops there, drops there, drops here, breaks out there, shoots to the downside. Now price is underneath that. There's another zone of selling, which is pretty much right through here. This is a very important zone of selling, because as you see, sellers, 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 breaks through, okay, comes back down, sellers, sellers, breaks up, retest, breaks. Now look where price is at right now, as you see. Now, another important zone is buying, buying, was selling, buying. Now look at price. This is the zone right here. As you see, this is it, right through there. So now, and this is the daily chart. The daily is a very, very great chart to look for trades on, because it gives you a better idea of where the sellers are, where the buyers are, where the stop losses are placed. So if you look at gold now I don't really have any lines that are drawn on there that have anything to do with getting confused at what's going on right here. I know that this seems like a very solid selling zone right now through here. And I know that for whatever reason, the market likes buying going on right here. And also it likes buying going on right here. I see those things that are going on in price right now. Those are what I see that are going on. So in this level right here, these are the things that I'm looking at. These are the things that I'm paying attention to. Now I'm not getting confused with anything going on right here now in gold anymore. There used to be a buying zone that was here, and this was like this was the buy that we took a couple weeks ago, or last week, sorry, when we bought it right here at 1903 or 5 or whatever, and it went up like 200 pips, and then it had the big drop. But look at what price is doing now. Now, this zone right here that I have drawn right here, this support is what it's on, what it's underneath. That's where the green is, that green. This is what was once a support is now a resistance. It doesn't have to be perfect though. So look back over here again. Look where current market price is. This is your resistance that's going on right now. This is your resistance. Now, what I know is that this zone right here is a major resistance to the daily and the weekly sellers for whatever reason it is. Price always makes up a new support and a new resistance, but it always likes to trade off of previous supports and previous resistances, but it creates new ones all the time. My thing now is this big move here. This is the start of a trend to me. This is how I look at this. Big excitable move. Here's the pullback right here. So for whatever reason, and this is where the fibs come into play, guys, that what I teach in the that you have in the videos. This is the fib move right here. Now, you don't necessarily have to know how to use fibs. It just shows. I just like to use it for take profits. So to me, it's not reversing at this 78 level. It hasn't even hit the 61. It's trading between this and between this. But to me, I would look at exiting around here and around here. Most likely here, because this is where another support is there. So this doesn't mean this isn't like super important. I'm just saying I would exit probably around here off of a zone looking at a fib. But the market is clearly telling me, what's the market telling us? This is the sell zone right here. This is a sell zone. Now, what this move indicates here is called duplication. It's called the ABCD pattern. This is what the ABCD pattern means, okay? It means A, B, then this goes to, bro, why does this thing not do this? Hold on, let's see. This goes to C, and then this to this, AB equals CD. Now, this is something, I don't know if this is in the academy or not, it might be, but this means AB equals CD. It's easy. All it is literally you just take the AB leg and you duplicate it down to right here. This is what this is symbolizing to me right now. And it's perfectly on, watch this big daily support and weekly support through here. So it'd make so much sense for it to break this and then shoot down again. Then it's underneath this support. And then let's not forget, because this is going to come into play, it's going to be a perfect touch right there if it duplicates that line right there. So as you see, this is a touch, market goes up, touch, market goes up, touch, market goes up. This is the sideways range that gold is trading in right now. So now I'm not getting confused anymore about those small lines. My duplication is down here. This is my move right here. Now what I'm looking at is to see if price is going to come up here. This is where sellers are getting short at. This is what you have to be able to read. They're getting long here, they're getting short here. So what I'm identifying is, okay, if I'm going to get short off of this level with them, I'm going to go, if this is my zone right here, here is my move. The move I'm looking for is this is how you can measure a 3-to-1 from here, just so you know. This is how you can measure this. So here's your zone, right? This is your zone. This is essentially what you're looking at right here. So that move is a 1,080 pip move to the downside. So that's a 1,080 pip move, and so you can see that's a very large move. So this stop loss would work right here. You see how that works? See how that's 3.48. So you could shrink this stop loss down. Oh, sorry. You could actually widen this stop loss to like right here to 77 pips. That's what that means. And this would work because this is your target down here. This is the zone. So if you're selling this and you're looking at this, notice I'm not going down to these smaller time frames, because actually what's going to happen is this is going to be touch 1, the market drops. This, if it happens, that's going to be touch 2, guys, and this is going to be the move about right there. It's going to be something like that. So what's going to happen is touch, drop, pull back, touch, drop, and then a pullback, something like that. That will end up being the move if it happens. But a lot of you guys, I know you guys like to go to these smaller time frames. It's not that it's wrong. It's just that you're putting yourself in the market more than you actually have to. You don't have to put yourself in the market a lot. I know you're practicing and you're putting in time, but you can still practice like with the little thing that I just showed you with the bar replay, or you can go and back test. But this is what's going on right now in the market. These are the things that are going on. So the lines that matter, and if you don't get short right there, if you don't sell here, that's what short means, then you're going to come in about right here and you're going to sell stop it, like right there. You're going to sell stop it. This is going to be your target right there. And then I usually do 50 pips on sell stops. So how much is this? I don't even know. Oh, hold on. Oh, I had the wrong. I'm tripping. Sell stop will go like right there. I think this thing has my measurements off for some. No, it doesn't. Let's see. Because I changed it. Yeah, you would be able to go about 50 pips right there, which would be fine. And then your target, well, you don't even need, that's a 15-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So you would literally just have to catch that move right there. That's it. This would be your trade right here. That's how fast you could get 3-to-1, and that's 3.57-to-1. But that's if you don't get in like a sell up here and the market starts pushing down. Do you see? But watch this. Do you see how this right here is the support of the daily? That is the support of the weekly and the daily. where my sell stop is away from the supports. I'm not getting it confused in this consolidation right here. My sell is at the high of the 4-hour and the daily, and my stop loss is outside up here of where the daily line shows more resistance. I'm not just randomly getting in the market. I'm putting it down at a specific level is what I'm doing and getting it away. I'm getting it away. I'm getting it back inside of the support up here because that's what we're wanting to do. So I just wanted to explain that on gold because like I said, I know you guys, you know, a lot of you trade gold and it was a really easy breakdown to do for the simple fact that everybody trades gold. Now I want to shift it back over to Euro JPY because I want you guys to look at this as well and see this. This was my zone on Euro JPY. So what I'm not marrying trades. I don't sit here and hold trades for an extended amount of time. I pay attention to whenever the market shows me zones. This is the hourly chart, but watch what I did. This is the difference. I go to the daily to find where the buyers and the sellers are at. So I'm looking at these zones here and I'm seeing, okay, buyers constantly are ascending, they're getting higher. And so when it came down to here, I'm like, okay, this is a buy all day because this is every time price gets here, one touch goes up, two touch goes up, three touch goes up, fourth touch, why would it not go up? I don't know. We'll see what it does. Same thing here, sellers, sellers, sellers. One, two, three, then it's dropping. So what I do is I shift price down to these smaller time frames. I shift it down and I see what price does on these zones. This is what I see. I see what it does every time it reaches that zone. So all I'm doing is I'm looking at price. I'm finding the zone. I'm finding the level. I'm going to put the stop loss I had on there. It was there. And then I'm looking at my level. Why does it do this? Oh, I'm like, why is this making absolutely no sense to me? I was doing the wrong way. Long position. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, I had it right. So if you look at this, same thing. You see the level. And I went right here. I did a smaller stop loss than that. There, down, 3. So you see the level off of this point. This works. See that? See how that works? It gets close to there, but it doesn't hit it. Here it is right here. See how that works? See how this works? So when we come over to here and I get in, I got in right here at 126,400 is where I got in at. So I got in at 126,400 and this was my stop loss here. See that? Look in the past, guys. Pay attention to this. You look at the past, I could put it about right here. See how that wick does not hit this red line. I follow the market. If this were a zone right here, if I were to look at this, these wicks don't hit that red line. Pull it back over here again to where it touches that point. So if you got in right there, see how that wick does not hit that red? Every time I put this on there, it went to this green mark too. As you see, price went all the way there. So here's the same exact thing. We're right here. What did this look to me? How did this look to me last night? Let me show you what this looked like to me. It looked just like this last night. So this is what this looked like to me last night. Look at that. See how that looked to me? So when I see the market, I don't know what price is going to do. You guys don't either. So what you have to do is get out of your head. And what is the password to this? I am one with the market. You become one with the market. You start to see what is the market telling me on this line? What is it telling me? So I come over here. This is exactly where I bought, literally, like almost like right here. It was almost exactly where this price was. This is my stop loss. I don't need to see anything else happen to know that this is my zone because every single time that I would have put this back here, it never would have gotten hit. So this is fine. So here's the thing. Now you just watch price. What everybody wants to do though is worry about the market and what it's going to do and what it's not going to do. And that was the highest I went. And then boom, I get my stop loss hit. And I'm done. My trade's out. I don't do anything else after that. I don't chase it. I don't rebuy it. I don't get back in right here. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see if price gets a little bit lower. I'm going to let it get a little bit lower. I'll take my trade, and what do you think I'm going to do? If price comes lower, if price comes to like right here, if you look at this over in this level, I could go pretty much the same stop loss. I could put it right at 30, and I could pretty much go, this is right at 3 to 1. This pretty much works. This is right at it, 3 to 1, 30 pip stop loss. That's right there, that works. That one goes up right there, that works. It comes over to here, that works. So if price comes over here, I know that this works. This is a trade that works for me. So all I need price to do is come to about right there. And guess what? Has price ever hit this red line right here when we look over here? No, it hasn't. So there's nothing like, oh, well, what if it could keep dropping, or what if it could keep going down? Okay, well, if it does keep dropping, what do we do? This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, is that if it does, then put your sell stop right there. Put your stop loss inside of the support. See how I put my stop loss higher in, so that if it comes back to retest, it has to hit resistance in order for it to try to go back up. And then boom, we're going to take the sell stop all the way down like this. This is going to be our sell stop. Because remember, what price is doing is it's building up to break out. It's either going to break out and down, or it's either going to stay in consolidation, break up through, hit the TP, and then break out and through. So that means what that looks like is it looks just like this. So it goes and does all this little squiggly shit right here is what it does. And then it's either going to go down and through like that, or it's going to come right here and it's going to go right back up and through like that. That's all price is going to do. And so what we have to do is listen to it. And when it tells us something, we just follow it. So if you look at the trade that I did last night, you guys can understand at why I would have done it at the line that I did it at. And that's what I want you guys to get. That's what I want you guys to see, of how simple it is. And this trade, when I got into it, I got in at 1,400. This trade would have went in profit. I just want to know for myself. 6% in profit, 6.5. So it would have went 6% in profit. So that would have been like $6,000 or $7,000 on my specific account. But my goal is not, it's not money, it's percentage. So I'm not taking out money every single time like I see it up a certain amount. I'm wanting a percentage because I have a goal to where I want to get my account size. And the same thing has to be for all of you guys if you want to take many of your 3 and 4 figure balances to 6 and 7 figure balances. But it takes the practice right now, and it takes building the correct habits right now so that you can actually get yourself to that point. And then it's until you make the decision that you're like, okay, I'm not going to sit here and trade off the hourly all the time and under. I'm going to wait until my zones get to the daily lines, because that's all I did. This is it. All I did, I waited on price to get to my daily zone here. And anybody who took this trade, I don't want you to think it's wrong. You waited on price to get to your daily zone. You then shift it down to the smaller time frames and just look and just see like, oh yeah, this looks really good. There's a lot of wicks. There's a lot of reversal candles. Then you can go to the hourly time frame and start to look at things. Because once price gets closer to this line, you're not buying it, guys, once it gets up here. You're buying it when it's on this line or near this line. That's what you're doing. So just like this, I'm not if it comes here, I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna wait on it to come back up here and be like, oh yeah, now I'll buy it. No, I'm gonna wait till it gets here, buy it, put my stop loss outside of the stop loss of the seller zones, and then I'm gonna know here's my next sign that shows me that price is gonna be bullish, is if price crosses above that line right there. It's gonna take some days, guys. This is why, like, it comes down to here. Okay, cool. It gets down here. I'm gonna buy. But what makes me more, what makes me shows me more that price is gonna go up, that it gives me more signs that it's gonna go up, is if price breaks this 4 and 1 hour selling zone. because this is what it's in right now. If it goes up there and it does this, because right now it's trading like this. This is how it's trading. It's trading like this. So if it comes down here, hits because of the daily line, hits this, can't go down, and starts doing this. Now it's not on the 4-hour zone anymore. Now we have buyers coming in, and most likely we'll see price go up like that. That's what will happen. But it's something we have to be patient on because it's not there yet. Once it hits here, I'll buy, put my stop loss there. Then if it crosses this line, that's gonna make me see like, oh, okay, these 4-hour, 1-hour sellers aren't as strong anymore. It crosses that, I'll look at it, and then I'll start to look at taking long positions on that level. So those are the things that I'm paying attention to, and those are the things that I'm looking at, because if price gets to that level, if price gets to that point, then I know that we're starting to see 1-hour and 4-hour traders exit. They don't have enough volume to take this move here. And if they do, then we'll catch this move to the downside, because there's a big move that can potentially happen to the downside due to all of this consolidation. So that's very important that you guys see that. And then the next line that I'm looking at, that I'm paying attention to in price, is right here. This is my next line, right there. So if why, this is what I mean by this. I'm not going to take a buy until price comes here. If it does, this is going to be my zone around here. That's going to be my zone. And I'll also know that right here seems to be a good retest zone. And it pretty much lines up perfectly right there. So even if it takes like, what, 5 days, 6 days to get there, price comes all the way down there. But here's the thing. You'd be like, well, your 3-to-1's all the way there. Okay. So right here is all I need for a 1-to-1 trade. That's all I need for a 1-to-1 trade. So I would take this trade all day, take my 1-to-1 trade, move my stop loss and profit. If it comes here, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. And then watch this. What is price telling me right here? I'm not worried about being right or wrong, guys. This is what everybody is worried about. Everybody's worried about being right and wrong. I'm not worried about being right and wrong. Please get off here. Remind me later. Oh my god. Hold on. There we go. I'm not worried about being right and wrong. I'm just worried about, what does the market tell me? When it reaches this point, what do I do? I buy. That's it. So whenever I'm looking at these things, you can see that stop loss works. Price goes all the way up there. Pull it up to here. This stop loss, it works right there. So the same thing. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to go right there. And whoever has the most money, remember I tell you guys this all the time. Whoever has the most money, that's who's going to win. So if this is like where I'm taking my trade at, right? If where I'm taking my trade at is I'm sell stopping it there, and then I'm going to buy it whenever price comes over here. It's not that it's a wrong thing to do or anything like that. It's just that when price gets there, I have to listen to what the market is telling me, so I would take a trade. And if I buy here and this is my sell stop here, that's totally fine, because either the sellers are going to win and price is going to go down lower, or the buyers are going to win and price is going to go up higher. Our human minds, it makes it so complex for us to understand this. And this is why you have to continue to commit to learning this, because this can take months and years to develop, because it's not about being right or wrong, which is what we always want. We want it to be here and here, black and white. And that's what trading is. But to us, our ego is telling us it doesn't make any sense. There's no way that this can happen. Why would I buy? Why would I sell? It's confusing. But if you understand where the buyers are, where the sellers are, it doesn't become confusing unless you continue to say this is confusing. You will get it down. It will make sense. But this is what I'm telling you. I'm not going to come in and take any more buys until price reaches there. If it does, there's no point. I don't get caught up in all of the small things going on with the market. That's not what is helping me have a 6-figure account and then to a 7-figure account is doing those things, is letting go of all the things that held me back over the past 5 years and what I allowed myself to believe and think. And it's going to be the same things that you guys are going to go through. So seeing these kind of things here and understanding, like when you see this, anybody who bought this or seen this is a great trade. It's not a bad trade. It doesn't mean that, it's a bad trade. Same thing with Euro USD. The trades that we took on Euro USD and we bought them here, it wasn't a bad trade. It's not this wasn't a bad trade. It wasn't a bad thing. We just so happened to go 1-to-1 in profit, and then price ended up going down. And anybody who had the sell stops in, I think it would have got, yeah, I would have got stopped out in profit because it would have went 1-to-1. It would have been the same thing. So you guys have to live with whatever decision that you make when you get into the trade. That's important. You guys have to live with that. Like you can't be sitting here second guessing yourself and second guessing this and like, oh, well, I'm going to take my trade out here. No, put your risk in, put your trade in, and walk away. Put your alert in, whatever you got to do. Put your alert in and walk away. You guys don't have to continue. You guys don't have to continue to look at the market, pay attention to the market, or do any of those kind of things. All you have to do is just set your trade in, look at the risk to reward parameters, put your risk in, and walk away. You don't have to sit there and worry about. I don't. I mean, whenever I send you guys a trade, I just put my alerts in, so I make sure I text everybody. But other than that, I'm not really too worried about it. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about on today's webinar, and so I'll leave it open for any questions or anything that anybody wants to talk about now. I see we got the faithful 35 people on. Does anybody
I
have
got something.
questions?
All right, JDR. So I was just wondering on the candlesticks. I remember seeing in one of your videos how you said like whenever they get really small and like they become like a plus sign, that's how you know whenever the price fluctuate.
The dojis.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
like,
so what?
on the daily chart for Euro JPY, I see that the dojis are becoming, like dojis for the most part. So I was assuming that it was going to fluctuate to go up.
Euro JPY.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to go up. It just means that price is indecisive. And when it comes to those levels, it hasn't made a decision of where it wants to go. And the interesting thing is about trading is we're not going to know the decision that it makes until it makes the decision. So that's why you have to make your mind up when it reaches the level. Does it qualify with your risk to reward settings? And if it does, just take the trade. Because if you wait too long, the further price, so if it comes down here, because I know where I'm going to take my trade at, it's going to be around 125,800 to 125,850. And I'm going to try to get a 30 to 25 pip stop loss, and I'm going to try to put my stop about right here. This is where I'm going to put it because it doesn't go below that point. So if a doji appears or a hammer appears, if those things appear there, it just gives me more confirmation and confidence that this trade can essentially go up. But it's not until it actually goes up is it going up, if that makes sense. It's not until it happens is it going in our direction. That's why we always have to trade proper risk to reward. We can't just put whatever we want in on the trade, because if you do that, then you put yourself at risk of losing your account. Like I'm telling you guys right now, if you keep the same habits up that many of you have right now, you'll never be able to reach a six-figure balance, let alone a seven. Like I know what I can do and where I'm at now and what I'm on my way to because of the decision that I made in September of 2020 that I wasn't going to be a damn idiot and a greedy little bastard all the time. And that's what I had to let go of. Like I just had to. Like I knew I was great at trading. I knew I was good. I knew I could see reversals, but I just could not get past getting my account to that six-figure point or close to it and then losing all my money because I over traded, I over leveraged, or I over risked. And I just let my winning streak, which is why I said I was happy that I lost my first trade because I was like, not, I hadn't lost since November 11th. The odd JPY trade I did back whenever I was an IML, that was the last time I lost a trade. And I had won 14 out of 15 trades. Many of you guys who are with me right now that took my signals since November, you guys have increased your account by 100, 200, 300% ROI off those trades. And so have I. So it's like that's what happens when you go on those kind of win streaks, but you have to keep yourself grounded. So, that's why I said I'm happy that happened because shit, I was winning. And my account was reflecting it. It's awesome to see those kind of things. But it was just because the reason why I haven't lost my money is because I just stopped saying I was going to be a little greedy bastard. And a lot of you guys are going to have to do the same things, or some of you guys are going to have to be like, I need to quit being a little scaredy cat and just start trading and just start trusting like my knowledge. Because if you don't ever put what you know to the test, how are you ever going to know how good you are? How are you ever going to know, what it feels like to make this kind of money on your own? Because like you might think it's like scary for me to send out trades to what was once thousands of people now to 100 people. It doesn't even affect me. Like it doesn't. I don't it doesn't bother me. Like I'm used to it. Like I know, like it's just trades. It's just me putting trades in that I would take myself. Like it's just a way that I make money. That's it. It's nothing more. Many of you guys put way too much attention and focus on your beliefs and tell yourself all these different things and you really believe them. But if you start telling yourself something different about trading, then you're going to start to have a different belief about it. Trust me. It just takes time. You just have to learn how to shift your beliefs. But yeah, Dominic, it doesn't really, I mean, the candlesticks are one thing, but if I shifted to the line chart, you literally have no idea what a candlestick even looks like. All you know is that when price comes right here, it usually goes up. And that's all I'm looking at. If price comes here, I'm buying it, put my stop there, and I'm just going to trust that the market is going to go in my direction. If it doesn't, I don't take it personal. I have no hard feelings, and I sell stop it, and I make money to the downside. That's it. I don't have any kind of any extra thought process or anything like that has to come through. It's just straight robotic thinking, and I have my own emotions, and I try not to place judgment on my emotions. Because once I start placing judgment on my emotions and my feelings, that's whenever I start to feel like, oh, maybe I should have done this, or maybe I shouldn't have did this, and all those different things. The same things that happen with a lot of you guys. So, yeah. But yeah, Swiss
Sounds.
Forex, Austin.
Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else? Well, I know y'all got better have some damn questions.
I have a question. I'm driving, by the way.
What's up?
Hello?
Who's asking you the question?
Signed up for
Austin's got to get muted because Austin's wilding out right now. So, Tim, what's up?
Okay, I know this may not have anything to do with it, but how do you properly stack positions for the same pair? Because sometimes I seem to be having a hard time doing that, because every time I do it, then the price goes opposite my direction and I end up losing money. So like, is there like a proper way that you know of to stack positions for the same pair?
Yeah. So, for instance, look at look at this. Look at Euro JPY. So, say on Euro JPY, I would have gotten a sell right here, right? So this would have been my trade right here. Um, this. Hold on, mute yourself while I do this because you sound like you sound like a cat. You gotta mute yourself. Less that stuff while I'm talking to him. Thank you. All right. So this is how you would do this on this. So say on this specific instance, this was the trade. This was the trade that you were looking at. Say it was here. We're just gonna do this because I don't want to have to sit here and mess with this thing. I was trying to put it exactly at 30 pips. So here's the trade. There's a 3-to-1. All right, that would work. So here's your entry right here. So there's your trade that you would come in. Once price gets there, you're going to take out a half position. So you're going to liquidate 15% of your account. You make that money. Then what's going to happen is, just like I did, you're going to long it right here. At this level, you're going to lose the trade. That's what will happen. You're going to long it right there. You're going to lose the trade. You're going to have another position in. Remember, you trade 2 positions. So one position hit your 3-to-1. You're going to take half of it out, which means you're going to leave another 15% floating. Well, now that position is going to be up 22%, 23% right now. So one position will have made you 15%. The other position is going to be up 23%. So the next place that you're going to take this trade is going to be right here. So notice this position is still going to stay in. You're not going to touch it. This is going to be pretty much your next trade right here. You're going to buy it right here. Now, we don't know what price is going to do. If it decides to break out, if it comes down here, you're going to be up 25% on this position, and with a liquidation of 15%. Now, for me, I would probably move my stop loss to like 10 or 15% and probably 10% of profit, like right here, so that I liquidate 25% no matter what happens. But you're going to buy it right here because price tells you over here that it goes 3-to-1. But say this one keeps going down. So say it goes down, like, I don't know, say it goes down to right here. Well, this one is going to get stopped out, and that you're going to lose. So you're going to take 2 losses, but this one is still going to make up your trade. But then you're going to sell stop it right here. This is going to be your position stack. So it's going to be a sell there and then a sell here. This is going to be your sell at that point right there. And then this one, if I can get it, is going to be up 15%, plus this one is going to be up 40%. So you're going to have made 15%. You're going to be up 40% on this position, plus another 15%. So you're going to be up 55% total. So you're going to position stack that. Now watch this. An even more advanced position stack is going to be right here. Is if price breaks this support right here, you're going to put your sell stop in right there. And you're going to take your next sell right there if it breaks it. So you sell there, you sell here, you sell here is what it would do. Does that make sense on like showing you where you would take a trade off of those levels?
Yeah, it's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's just looking at that. That's that level. But let's say there was a trade I did on this whenever we were with IML. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I had a really good trade set up on this. I want to see if I can find it because I actually position stacked it. I think it was up. Yeah. I see it now. I see it. All right, I'm going to show you this so you can see another one. This is another example. So it was right here. Price was right here. There was a head and shoulders pattern. This was the support right here. This was the support of the trade. We sold it right here off of the 4th touch right there. I sold it. And I sold it here. It dropped all the way down to there. We sell stopped it right here. And then it went all the way down there. It came back up, almost stopped us out. And then it dropped all the way down to here. There was a sell we did here. There was a sell stop we did here. And then price dropped all the way down to that level right there. And I might have sell stopped it again right here. I can't remember, but I know we did 2 trades off of this. But I'm just giving you an example of something that happened. I don't know if you remember, but it was back in September that there was a sell here, 100, 125. That one dropped 125. That was a 200 pip trade right here. But then we did a sell stop right here at 124.3. No, I took this out whenever it was starting to come back up. I did 2 trades right here. It was sell here, sell stop here. I just remember that because I remember this pair. But that's just another example. But right now, that's how you would position stack. And then USD CAD, to show you another one. I don't know why all my damn trades, I've sold the shit out of them, and they've all been sell stops or instant execution ones. But USD CAD is another one where it was earlier this year. This is actually how I got my account to where I got it to, and I wish they would. I wish that I could get the rest of my money in because I still don't have all of it. But this is just me. I was just saying that. But there was a sale that we did right here off of USD CAD back in the beginning of December. There was a sell stop that we did that got really close to hitting our stop loss. I think we did it like right here at 129.1 or something like that. And it almost hit our stop loss there and then dropped all the way down. And then I sold it again right here off of the 3 touch right there. There was touch, touch, touch. And then I sell stopped it right there. And then price came down. So we sold it here, a sell stop. Then I sold it there myself. Then I put a sell stop in right there. And then it came back up and did 1, 2, 3 touches. But by that time, I was already done trading. I closed all my trades out that weekend whenever price came all the way down to here. Right before the weekend, I closed them out. But that's just another example of position stacking. I sell stopped it here. Price came down. 1, 2, 3 touches. I sold it there. Then I sell stopped it right there. Those are 3 different trades that I did right there. But USD CAD is looking like a good little trade that I'm paying attention to for another sell stop again on USD CAD. But I was just giving you examples. Does all that make sense though?
Yeah, it's starting to make sense. Appreciate it.
No problem. Who else got questions?
How do you stop yourself from over trading? I felt like I took like what 6 trades this week, something like that,
6?
and I have 2 that's currently open. Yeah.
So over trading, what I've started to do is I just like I've been doing it for like the last like 2 years, but I just finally said I need to quit being incompetent and just follow my damn rules. But whenever I teach monthly, weekly, daily, I know that they're the time frames that most of all of the big traders trade on, and they usually look at taking entries around the 4 hour. So kind of like gold, I don't take trades until I see more confirmation. So like gold is starting to give me, for sure I'd sell stop it here. That's for sure. But if I see some more selling coming on, because I'm not really worried about missing a trade. Like one, you have to accept that you're not worried about missing trades anymore. So you have to tell yourself when the time comes, the market is going to reveal me the trade that I need to take. And it's going to be easy. Gold, I'm telling you right now, bro. If gold sits right here and it sits right here, down here, like right here, this will be the easiest trade on gold to catch like 300-400 pips on, because it comes back down here again. Okay, cool. I could see myself potentially buying, but what I would wait on is this. I look for synchronicity. Remember, I always used to talk about synchronicity, alignment, simplicity. Same thing. I just haven't talked about it just yet. This is all that what I would be looking for, like this. All I'm looking for. And if price comes back, I'm going to sell right there at that high, because I know what that box means. It's a big selling zone. I'll buy right here, and then if I get this right, this trade from here to here is going to be a 200 pip trade. I put a 50 pip stop loss on right there. I'm perfectly fine to be able to, even if I did a 100 pip stop loss, I'm still going to get this 1-to-1. I really just want my trade to get 1-to-1 and be risk free. Then I move on to another trade. This is the zone I'm paying attention to right here. If it comes back down here, I'll buy. But it's just because the market is showing me a buy, and then I'll just put my stop loss down there. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell stop this low right here. That's my sell stop. So if price is here, my stop loss is going to go here, because price is telling me that it's not breaking that high, especially if it creeps closer over here, because the closer it gets over here, the closer it gets to this big daily selling line. I mean, this damn thing could literally go boom, 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 and all the way over to there and hit it. And then you're going to know easy sell zone, easy buy zone, easy sell zone, easy buy zone, easy. It's like the market shows it to you. And like that's what I know with everybody, that most of you guys are just trading so much. Like you're putting so much time into trying to get, the big move, when the big move is going to come to you if you just let it come to you. So seeing this happen right here is like a perfect zone. I've taken 2 trades this week. The first trade I took, and this trade I took out, I'll show you. NZDJPY, this trade I took out, this is my other trade that I took this week. It went to my 1-to-1 zone, and look at what price is doing there. This is not following synchronicity or alignment anymore. If you guys see this, my zone of alignment and synchronicity, if look at price here. My only buy zones I'm taking are right here on this line and right here on that line. Look at price. Boom, touches, goes up. Boom, touches, goes up. So I bought it there. So this trade went 1.16 into profit for me. Probably a little higher than that because that's a 32 pip stop loss. And I did a 30 pip stop loss. So it went 12% in profit for me. And it did not follow the move. I literally do not care if it follows the move or it does not. Well, okay, let me not say I don't care. Of course I care. I want to make money. But I'm not attached to the outcome because I know that the market is going to do what the market is going to do. It's either going to go in my direction and I'm going to make money because I know my probabilities and risk, or it's going to go against me and I'm going to lose. And guess what? I know my probabilities and risk. I don't let it affect me. So like me, I'm not going to go. I never bought this pair again. I literally didn't even touch it again. I never came down and bought it again. I never touched it again. Why? Because I got in down here. Why do I need to buy it again off of this line right here? I don't need to because I already did 10% risk. I already did my trade. I don't need to. I'm not chasing a trade. I'm letting it come down there. I bought it. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to let it follow its move because it's telling me that when it gets here, what does it do? It goes up. When it gets here, what does it do? It goes up. So when it gets here, we're not looking for it to just go right here and then come down. It just keeps going up. So I'm not looking for that. I'm just going to say, oh, okay, cool. This is my trade right here. I don't get back in it again. I don't worry about it anymore. It's not in any type of alignment right now for me at all. The next place I would look at buying it is this line that I have drawn right here. It would be about right there. And what would I do with that trade is this. So if you look at this, you see this. What I'm looking at is this is no longer, oh yeah, I can actually move that over here. Let me do this. I'll move this over here. There we go, get it a little bit. So here's my line now. So now I'm going, here is the move. Oh, well here, I already got it drawn right there. There we go. Was that 50 pips? So yeah, here we go. I'm going to be looking at like that right there. That's what I'll be looking at. It's somewhere around there. So I'm not like focusing on anything else. This line no longer matters to me. I don't care about this line anymore. This line doesn't matter. It's this line. Buyers. Okay, come back down again. Buyers. That would be the line I would buy on if it came down to that point. That's the line I'm looking at. So the trades I let build up are off of the monthly, weekly, daily. I just scroll down to the 4-hour and hourly money, man, and that's what I look for to take my trades off of. I don't do anything else besides look at those time frames, and then when price reaches them, then that's whenever I take my trade. So because there's no point in wasting my time going to smaller time frames, knowing that the market is all it's going to do is try to take me out. Like I looked at this last night, euro sell stopping it right here, but I was like, nope, this isn't a big enough time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame. This is not built off the daily. This structure and price pattern that I have drawn right now, that's the daily, or that's the weekly, that's the daily. My sell stop comes here, not here, because what is the market going to do? It does things like this. It shoots down and then shoots right back up. That's not my trade, though. That's not where I'm looking to get in at. I'm looking to sell stop it right here. If this thing would have hooked back around and I would have seen I had an alert in, I would look at selling it right here because it would break and retest the daily and 4-hour zone. So this is the daily line. This is not. This is a 4-hour line and a 1-hour line. If you were to sell stop it here, it would have clipped your order and went right back up and stopped you out. Because you guys don't want to get into the market a lot. Like it's not about getting into the market a lot. It's about getting strategically in the market off of specific bigger time frame lineups. That's what you want to do. And I know many of you guys came from MLM forexes that totally distorted your entire mind of what trading is. But I followed a few good traders that are in their 40s and 50s. These dudes don't even have social media. They do emails. So I would just follow their emails, and I've learned a lot from people like them and specific books that I've read. I've learned a lot, and I know personally one millionaire trader who helped me out a lot in 2016 and 2017 off of doing things like this, like thinking I needed to get into, small trades and things like that and look at small levels and stuff like that. But he just showed me a few different things about the market that really helped me to understand that because my ego wants to take all these trades and I want to be the number one trader in any company that I'm in or do anything like that, that it's not my ego that decides where the market goes. It is the market and money in the market that decides where the market goes. And the more that we listen to our ego and want to do those kind of things and follow it through that, the more and more we're going to hold ourselves back from the type of money that we want to make and the type of person that we can become. And that's what I began to learn. And like I said, I finally accepted it in September of 2020 after I blew a $60,000 account. And I just said, there's no reason for me to do this anymore at all. Like I have
How much?
60,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I took it from
Damn.
not a big amount of money. So it was just knowing that, and I would be up minimum $10,000 a week on the trades, and it would just not be enough for me. And it wasn't until I let it go and I said, I'm not going to do this anymore that, I was able to, get my account to 220 whatever thousand with the money that I was trading. So that's why I'm wishing they would hurry up and get this damn money in here. But I also have to deal with getting it from Hugo's way. So that's one of the things that I have to wait on. But yeah, I lost my first trade. And that's my loss. You can't see it. I lost 13K, but yeah, that was my lovely loss. But yeah, so any other questions? So I have been in a trade for GA for what seems like all week. Should I hold over the weekend if it's still lining up to the sell? Or should I get out tomorrow and sell again on Sunday? GBP AUD. Let's go look at it. Said you've been in on a sell? Sell. Okay. So the daily looks like no, I wouldn't have been off of that. Let's see. I personally wouldn't hold any trade over the weekend unless I'm like around 100 pips in profit. I don't really know where you sold that. Or did you sell off of this line here? This is where you sold, Rachel? Because what size of stock? I mean, I don't know where you sold. You gotta tell me where you sold. I don't know what. I'm trying to help you out. You gotta give me some direction. Unless you don't want to unmute yourself. Because you too country for these folk out here. That ain't why you want to unmute yourself, girl. But you got to give me some insight on GBP AUD. So if you type in this, you're going to take a long time to type, I'll tell you that. So you have been in a trade for GA for what seems like all week. So you got to give me some insight. 1.1979. I was about to say, girl, you've been in that trade for like.
Am I muted? Yes. Okay.
You're unmuted? Oh, there you go.
Yes. Okay, I am too country for all you guys. Um, okay, I sold at 1.76728. I was in profit for a while.
1.767 to 1.76, 1.76.
1.76728.
Okay, 2.8. Okay, so you sold right about here.
Yeah,
So you sold about
Yeah.
right there. And so what was your stop loss? And what was it based on?
Can I show you my screen?
Are you on the web version?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. Do you want to just mark it up on my computer, or do you want to do it off of your screen?
I already have it marked up. I don't know how that works though. I'd like to just show you what I did, but I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Share your screen.
Can you see it?
It is waiting to view Rachel's screen. You have to actually share it.
Oh. Oh, share. I'm clicking the share, but it's not letting me click it. Oh, got it.
Okay, there we go. Boom. All right, GB.
Can you see it? I can't see it.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. Do you see what I did? So that's at the 4 hour. If I change my screen, can you see it to the daily?
Yeah, you just have to switch it and shift it down. So you did.
So this is the daily right here.
Yeah. So what was your reasoning? So you're just doing a diagonal sell. You're doing a diagonal trend. So you went there. So okay, that's what I'm confused
Yeah.
with. So why did you sell? What was your reasoning to sell that high? Like I'm not saying it wasn't a good sell, because obviously it was, but what is like your there's not a whole lot of confirmation. Like I don't really know why you sold off that zone. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So my theory is, or I always tend to sell diagonally. So there's one at the bottom, one at the top, one at the bottom again, one at the top as a second, and I would figure it would go down again for a third.
Mm-hmm. So the zone that you have up, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. How would you know that's a second touch if it hasn't made a second touch yet? You know what I'm saying?
You don't think that one? Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, where's your first touch? Is it at the tip of that pink line?
Yeah, those are my peak lines right
Hold
here
on.
and right here.
Right
Those
there.
are
Okay.
two.
Yeah. So you sold. Did you sell as it was going down? Or did you sell
Yeah.
immediate? So you sold 1.7672.
Where am I? 1.76659-ish area.
So as it was coming down, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So you did a 90 pip stop loss. A 90 pip stop.
Oh, no. My pip, no. That's me messing with it all night. My stop loss is like yay big.
Yay big, okay. So we got yay big 50 pip stop loss.
Yeah, that's like a 50 pip stop loss. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's a good sell. I'm not saying it's not, but the thing is, you just don't have a lot of confirmation that that's touch number 2. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out, because this
So
is
you would wait for a third completely? Like don't even go on the second touches, go on the like a third?
yeah, because because like that zone where I'm on my screen, that's a support. Like it's coming around to support. That's why I was trying to figure out where your sell was, because it's just like for you to have sold there. To me, I think you went on like an hour, 15-minute chart to like take a trade, because when I look at this, when I look at where your first touch is, it makes like I can see that there's the line, but then you don't know if that's a true second touch because since you don't know it's a true second touch, so see that makes so there that I like that more. You see how that makes more sense?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to see if you seen or was looking. No, the bottom one doesn't make any sense. The bottom one doesn't make as much sense.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck it's doing.
No, the where you had no where you had it is where you want it. Not don't mess up the bottom one.
Don't miss
Where
it.
you had it,
Okay.
where you had it. Keep it where you had it. Now that is what you would want to. Now that's what I want to see. I just wanted to see like, are you like this is what you want to see? Because now you have actual confirmation that this is a selling zone. You see how that top line makes
Yeah.
it mirrors it aligns with the middle one. So now that's what I was trying to figure out. Like I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to figure it out yourself and see it because this is the only way you're going to learn. So see how that
Right.
now? Do you see how that works now?
Yeah. So
That
I have a question. So I've stopped kind of doing support and resistance levels, like marking up, because it became too many lines. And so that's why I only do diagonally. Should we continue doing support and resistance like that
horizontally,
and that?
yeah, but only do it off of the daily to monthly,
Okay.
and you'll
It
have.
just became a lot.
No, it is. That's why I was trying to show. Were you on whenever I showed the example of gold and off the hourly chart?
Yes, I was. I
And do
was.
you see how now I have gold marked up all the way down to the same time frame, but I have only daily and weekly lines. That's how you
Right.
want to do it. You don't want to get caught up in all of the different 1 hour and 4 hour support and resistances.
Gotcha.
Doesn't
Yeah,
really.
I'm always on the 4 hour. That's where I mostly trade
Yeah,
everything.
4 hours fine. 4 hours is a good chart, but just don't not have a daily, weekly, and monthly line because you never know when the market's going to start consolidating, but you can have a pretty good idea that it's going to do it off of those daily, weekly, and monthly lines. But that makes more sense. And if you look at your stop loss, it is outside of the resistances over there. If you drag that line to any of those touches and put it where you would have sold, that's a perfect trade right there. But yeah, if that thing goes down, I mean, it's a really good line that you sold on off of that level. And that's why you're starting to see price pretty much go in your direction. So now you're not going to
Okay.
do anything with your trade, but GBP AUD is a pair I wouldn't hold over the weekend for myself. But it's just because I wouldn't do that. I don't want to give any reason to lose any amount of money that I have. So but if I'm like 100 to 150 pips up on that pair, I would probably hold the trade. But only being like 50 pips in profit and it being close, and say it comes all the way back near your entry, I would just take it out.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's what I would do. But you're very close to 3 to 1, right?
Yeah. GU is almost doing the same too. I took this one earlier here and it came down to here, then back up. But this
Keep up
actually was
on your
lower. Do
keep
what now?
keep your stop honored. That's a good trade. Go to the daily. I want to see what that top line is. Get the daily. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good line.
I took this trade out, so I got too nervous.
What'd you get nervous for?
Just me.
Was the market knocking on your door? Was it texting you?
Yeah, I already had enough trade. I already had GAN, so I was like, I'll just deal with this Sunday.
Okay. Well,
I'm liking it more for Sunday if market closes, but I love GU.
put put it this way. So don't worry so much about um trading for the money. Just worry about trading for the skill. So try not to let yourself get nervous because there's really no reason to be nervous unless you're risking.
I'm still trading .01.
Yeah. So like, don't. Your thing is you might be afraid to be wrong, but there's no right or wrong. So like, we just listen to what the market tells us. If the market goes against us and what we have drawn up, you can't take it personally. So you saying to me that you were nervous or you didn't want to deal with it, whatever, it seems like you're still thinking from a place that you're taking it too personally about what goes on. So you have to
Yeah.
let that go and just be like, I'm doing this for the skill set. I'm doing this to learn this. And I don't take anything personally of what the market does because it doesn't have anything to do with me. You have to start telling
Very true.
you just got to practice it. Just write it on your forehead if you have to, and just let yourself know I don't take anything personally that happens to me in the market.
So would you put in right here, or would you wait until Sunday?
I mean, it's at
Or
a
do
good sell
you?
zone. It's at a good sell zone right now. Like it's at a good zone. It's at a good sell zone. 100%. That's a 68 pip stop loss. Yeah, I mean that's at a good zone where it's at right now. I probably won't trade
Yeah.
anything else this week. I don't really have anything that I really like, and but that's at a good zone though. That's one I would consider. But next week I would probably be more inclined to take that trade. USD JPY is the one I really want to trade. I'm just waiting on it
Yeah.
to that level. It comes up to that level. That's the trade I'm going to take on UJ. It's at a really nice. You missed it. Up. Yep. There it goes.
I did.
Yeah. It's coming up there. You got the exact same markup I do.
I did.
Yep. So that's
It
what
never hit. I was playing with it earlier.
it's just not there, and it may not ever get there. But if it gets there, I'm selling the farm.
Don't
I'm selling the farm.
do that.
Hmm?
I said, don't do that.
No, I'm selling the farm because that means I'm selling the farm. I'm getting some money. That's what that means. I'm getting a couple dollar bills. But yeah, no, that's no, your markup is good on that, and just like I said, just don't take anything personally in the market.
Thank you.
There's
All
no
right, my country butt's going to bed.
All right, country butt.
Bye.
Let me go back to me. Change presenters. Screen share. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Is this all making sense? Are we following? Are we following it? Are we? Is this all making sense? LOL. Oh, she country. Yeah, Deanna. That's Rachel for you. Country. But anybody?
I
Yo,
have a question.
JDR.
Whoa! Everybody talking at once. Hold on. Y'all scared me. No, what's up? Who's got a question?
So you want us to mark up the support and resistance on the monthly and weekly?
Yeah, monthly, weekly, daily. Pay close attention to monthly, weekly, daily zones, and then with those monthly, weekly, and daily zones, you'll be able to see the best places to take trades at in the market and then shift it down to like the hour and 4 hour. And that's where you want to start putting your stop losses is based off of those lines because you don't have to put massive stop losses in because the only way I can make the percentages that I do is because of I put 30 to 50 pip stop losses on my 25 to 50 pip stop losses is usually what I do. So the reason why I can make the percentages that I do is because I do 25 to 50 pip stop losses. So you don't want to have like a, massive stop, like 100 and some pips because it's going to take you a while to build up your account. Like I'm trying to show you guys how you can literally take a 3 and 4 figure balance to high 5 figures, 6 figure balance within like 1 year to maybe a year and a half. and that's going to majorly change your life because for the rest of your life you'll be able to make 6 figures a year. But if you do big stop losses, it's going to take you like years in order for you to get there. Wendy's over there cleaning her whole house while she's unmuted.
Oh, gosh.
Look, she's like, I didn't know I was unmuted, guys. Oh my God. She's like, God darn it.
Sorry.
You good, Wendy? But yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. But anybody else got any questions?
Me, I had a question.
Oh,
So-
what's up?
So you had said that you would look at a entry for gold at a sell stop of I believe it was 1860, like from what I saw on my
16 or 15?
18.
Instant execution sell. Yeah. This is.
Oh, I was talking about, I thought a sell stop.
Oh no, then that would be 18, 15-ish. Probably.
Oh,
Like,
1815.
probably like 18,
Oh.
13 with a stop loss. I could probably do 18, 15. Stop loss at 1820.
Oh, okay. So that would be okay. So a sell stop at 1813 with the sell stop of 1820.
Stop loss, you mean?
Yeah, stop loss of 1820, and then at an entry of 1813.
Yes, Wendy, that is
Yeah.
correct. But yeah, no, this zone here at 1860, if it gives me one more rejection here, I'm gonna sell it, no questions asked. I'm gonna wait a little bit because gold. I like to be patient with gold because gold moves. It has so many wicks back and forth that I don't want to get stopped out for no reason. So I'm very patient with it, and it gets up to here and does one more rejection. 100%, I'm gonna look at selling it up here. It'll do a little here if it does, and then if it comes back up, I'll look at selling it and stop lossing it there, and then riding gold till the wheels fall off.
So you're thinking of a market execution at 1860?
Yeah.
If it rejects again?
Not just yet though. Not just yet though. I don't really like it just yet. I don't like what it's got going on right there just yet. That's not the zone. I know how, especially on a Friday. I will not trade that tomorrow. But next week, if we get a little bit of action, then I'll look at possibly taking a trade. Maybe if it sits here, I might make an exception. If it sits here as long as it did over here, like if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, yeah, I'll take a sell. Like if it sits there for a while and just does not break that zone, then 1860 to, I could probably get in at 1858 to like 1862, and I could put my stop loss at like 1870 to 1868, and I could live with that, and I think that's pretty much a good little schmelly schmel right there off that zone, because that looks like it would actually make sense to my risk to reward. Yeah, it would. 70 pip stop loss is 3-1. So yeah, I could do that. But it would have to sit there for hours. It has to. I wouldn't do it if it didn't sit there for hours. If it was just an immediate touch right now, no, I wouldn't take the trade. But if it sits there for hours, yeah, I would take the trade. Get it? Get it? Bet. Anybody else have any questions?
Yurt. Sam, when you say rejection, just explain that one more time.
When I what?
When you say rejection, what do you mean by that? When they reject, well, we're waiting for the rejection.
Whenever you go and try to talk to a girl.
I was saying the same thing.
Oh, that don't happen to me, bro.
I had to mess with you, bro.
We can't speak on that scenario because that don't happen to me. We gotta use something else.
Yeah, bro. Like whenever you go try to talk to a girl and she looked at you and was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yikes.
But no, like when
I
it
thought
comes up, like anywhere, it doesn't matter. Like for instance, just the trade that we did, that you I know you took this trade because you texted me about it. This right here, rejection off of that support. This right here, rejection off that support. Rejection, rejection, rejection.
okay.
We took the buy right here. It went into profit. But obviously, it came back and stopped us out in profit. That's the rejection I'm talking about. So if price comes back up here and starts holding underneath this line, then I know it's rejecting that point. So all I'm going to do is
But
put my trade there and put my stop loss there because the price doesn't hit there. So that's why I would take that trade there. Just like it's rejecting down here, rejecting, rejecting. If it comes down there and reject again, and it's starting to show us this one, I don't like the stop loss on this one. It's just not as good. This one is a more clean stop loss of a sell here. If I bought it here, I'd have to put a lot bigger stop loss to respect what the market
yeah.
tells me over here. Does that make sense, though?
Alrighty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bet.
Thank you, bro.
No problem. Anybody else got any questions?
You know how it feels to get rejected, though?
Yep.
Damn.
I got
It
rejected. I got
hurt.
rejected last night on Euro JPY. Yep. It
Sorry,
rejected
bro.
me. It rejected me. I
You live.
thought we had something going. It seemed like we had something really nice for a few hours, and then all of a sudden I wake up and then she was gone, and took all
You
my
live to
money.
fight another day, bro.
Yep.
Damn, she left with the
Took your money
kids.
too.
Yeah, I know. 13 bands. I was like, damn, that's tough. But
That sounds nice.
Gold digger.
yeah. Anybody else got any more questions?
Look
I have a
at
question.
AUD CAD.
AUD cat.
Ladies first.
Oh, what's up? I'll look at it, but also who asked the question?
Your boy Money.
No, I knew you did. I know your voice. I know it sounded like a girl was trying to ask a question.
That would be me, Michelle.
What's up, Michelle? How are
All
you?
right. I'm still a little confused on when to know when you can do the long and the short position.
I am too, honestly. I don't know who to ask for that question. Is there anybody on the webinar that knows when we should buy and sell? I'm messing with you. No, whenever it gets to a zone, whenever it gets to a zone that you've identified where buyers are and sellers are, then that's where you would look at to take long and short positions. So let's see. This one doesn't have a really. This one off of this zone. This is a good one here off of the daily. I'll bring it over on this white line right here. If you look at this thing, boy, if you don't take your sorry ass on, I am clicking my whole finger and dragging it across this slow ass thing. God bless. I'll fight this
The
button.
mouse is rejecting you.
Yeah, it is. I'm like, dude, come on. Taking too long. Yeah, this is a good. Oh my god. Right here. I was trying to get to a zone where you can see sellers and buyers. So, you got buyers here. Anytime you can see price just constantly sitting in a zone, it's just this is a buying zone right here. And then this is your selling zone right there. And until it crosses it and goes above it, I don't like it's not a selling zone anymore. Like that's not a selling. It crossed. Okay, you lost. Um, it comes down here. You buy. You buy. You buy. There's a bunch of buys there. You buy again there. You buy again there. Those are like buying and selling zones. Same thing here. There's a sell there. It didn't hit that. And sometimes when they're like that, I do this. I do like this, and I draw it through like that with a bigger box, because like I know what I'm seeing in the market. Those are selling zones, sells, short. This is where you get short at. You get short there, you get short there. And then you would do the same thing if it comes over here. But eventually there's going to be a place where it breaks it. And this was that place right there. Broke it, came back and retested. And then same here, you got buyers, 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 buyers. You could put a selling zone through here. This is your selling zone right there. And that's where price decides to stay. So I'm assuming Moneyman would. I guess this was a trade that somebody had done. I forget who did this. Maybe it was Jorge. Did a sell off of this zone where it came there. And if this trade, this would have been a 1-to-1 trade if he did. He did a 20 pip stop loss. That would have been a 1-to-1 trade at his entry up here. So he would have got stopped out in profit. So it wouldn't have hit his stop loss. But now, like this example, I don't know what you were looking at, Money Man, but I would not touch this right now. There's not, it's
I
not
had sell stopped it when you looked at it.
under here.
A little high, right where price is. I'm currently like 1 pip in profit.
Oh yeah, bro, you're in all kind. You're in the hourly consolidation zone.
Yeah.
Like down here is better. Down there is better because it at least gets you to the daily, underneath the daily support. It gets you down here at 97,900. It's gonna put you down there at 97,900. It's gonna be a lot better
All right.
down here. That one not so much. This one down here is a lot better. All the way down there. I don't know what that is. But yeah, this sorry, my mom just walked in. I don't know what she just brought in, but she brought some food. I love that. That's great. Cut up pineapple. Thank you. Yes, please. But yeah, this is where I would put the sell stop right here. Is down here. There, hell no. Here for sure. Hell no for me. For you, I guess. For me, sell stop here.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Thank you.
This is, yeah, no problem. You see this right here? There is your
Yeah.
buys. There's your buyers, buyers, buyers. Come back around. That's your selling zone right there. That's an easy trade right there. If you missed that. Hey, this is an example when I tell y'all, look at the hour chart to find entry off the daily. If you look at this is literally a perfect example. Here is where literal daily buyers never got broken until right there. And what happened? Price pulled right back on that zone, and then it's dropping. Now watch this. Go to the 4. You can see 1, 2, 3 touches there. Go to the hourly. It'll make even more sense. As soon as you see rejection 1, cool. Rejection 2, that's the third rejection. That should give you enough confirmation that if you were to do that trade off of that level, you're going to go pretty much about right there. Your stop loss is going to go right there. That's 25 pip stop loss. That's easy. That's all day, 25 pip stop loss. This trade right here would be 2.2 in profit and almost would have been 3-1. Tim, example of position stacking, I'd sell stop it right here because it's already confirmed to me that off this line that it has broken the selling zone. Plus, watch this. I already know what these lines are right here that I have. Monthly selling zone. Damn, son. Why is this shit so easy? Oh my god.
Gotcha. So like if it hits your monthly,
Yeah, look
then
at
you
that.
sell again.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's cash. If this thing goes back up here to this zone, it'll give me all the more reason to sell the farm again. Because then this is my set monthly zone right here of my sellers. Prices is literally consolidating inside the zone. There's my daily buyers. There's my daily sellers. Daily buyers got rejected. Daily buyers tried to come back up. Sellers immediately took over right there and dropped. Now there's a downtrend starting.
Oh.
So now I'd sell stop it right here because that's what I want to see. But this is not due. This is due to monthly, weekly selling zone. I mean, you guys can see if you look at price right there. What is
Yeah, it's starting to make a lot of
it's already starting
sense.
to throw selling lines right there. All of that. You see that? Shit. That is.
Hey, like a month ago or two, like I didn't know what lines represented, but now, holy shit.
Dude, dead ass.
That's
What?
good. That's good. That means you guys have been putting in work. That's what matters. That's what I want to see. That's what your trading accounts are going to reflect. You guys are not going to know what they mean. You guys have been consistently doing this for a month. Now imagine where you're going to be in 6 months. Many of you guys are going to be like, you're going to be like, holy shit, I've grown my account by $1,000, $2,000, and it's going to be easy. It's not going to be hard. And then 6 months after that, you're going to be like, holy shit, I got like 5 figures in my account or almost 5 figures in my account. And
The hard part
know
is the mental
exactly how
part.
to
That's
do it.
basically the only part that's hard. But yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you guys are going to see that when it comes down there because the money's going to follow as your knowledge grows. Like, you're going to see as your knowledge grows, your trading account and bank account is going to increase because you're getting smarter. So, it's not that you're out and never when you guys are doing this, just do yourself a favor. Don't wish that this was easier, just wish that you were better and work for you to get better. And you're going to see that everything is going to get easier because you got better. That's just what's going to happen. So, as long as you don't quit, that's why I tell you guys, it's one thing to have paid me to get in. It's another thing to pay this membership and never use it. But it's another thing, and the most important thing, to commit to actually doing this for yourself. Because anybody in the world can pay me. Not anybody in the world can commit. And you're not committing to me, you're committing to yourself. You're just knowing that you have someone who's going to give their all to teaching you how to do this. That's how you guys have to look at it. That you have to take advantage of something that you're paying for, and that you're utilizing this membership to help you make money, because that's exactly what you have to look at it as. It's an investment. Not so much right now that, if you can't put money in your account, it's fine. You can learn the knowledge to get the money, that eventually, once you get the money, then if you have the knowledge to do it, it doesn't matter. Like, what you're learning is you're learning information that one day when you get money in your account, you're going to be able to make whatever money that you want. I mean, that's all it is. Like, you don't have to focus on trying to put all these trades in and try to make all this money right now because you don't necessarily know. So once you become ultimately confident that you have this down, you can be unlike me that literally lost tens of thousands of dollars before they ever made any money because I'm a damn heathen. That's why. And I always wanted to be the best and be number one. So, that was me, especially at 22 years old whenever I started this, and 23 years old whenever
Yeah, that's me.
so trust me, I get it. Anybody else got any other questions? Because there's been a lot of good questions tonight, and these are all going to be things that you guys are going to be able to go back and watch on the recordings as well, and also that your fellow peers are going to be able to go and see.
So should I close AUD CAD or let it rock?
I mean, it's up to you. For me, where's your stop loss?
My stop loss is at 617. 98, 617. 617. I read the last 3 digits.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? No, that's a good stop loss. If you're trading off the 4-hour and 1-hour zone, that's a good stop loss. But if you're trading off the monthly and weekly, you're going to want your stop loss there. But if you want to avoid, this is all this is drawdown right here. All this is. If you want to avoid the drawdown and having to be married to a trade that's just going to go essentially back and forth, you could sell stop it here and put your stop loss right here. And that would be better. Because right here, you're going to run into 1-hour buyers. Like, that's why, if you look at this, that's why I took Euro JPY. This is exactly why I took my trade and I did a stop loss right here. Let's see, like right here. because I'm not looking to stay married to this trade over the weekend or anything. Because it showed me clearly on this line that it never hit that support there, so I took the trade. But it hit me, it got me out. Now I can move on to the next trade. You feel me? And I can clearly, like, with no kind of fog or anything blocking me, clearly see that when I get out of this trade, I don't have to keep checking MT4. Well, I don't have MT4 anymore, so I don't have to keep checking my Cervexis app. I don't have to keep looking at those kind of things and seeing, all those different things that are going on. All I know is I'm out of the trade. Okay, cool. Let me wait until price gets to right here, because that's going to be my next zone that I look to take a trade on. So I don't have to like look at anything after that. You feel me? Like, does that make sense? Like, I can exit and be like, okay, now I'll wait on the next set of buyers or sellers.
Yeah, I got you. And I took that same trade too.
Yeah. And so, and then now what we'll do is we'll wait on price to get down here, and then we'll make a decision off of price getting down there of what it will do. Because there's no reason to trade right here, because price hasn't shown us that this is a good zone. It showed us buyers were here. Okay, we're not touching it until it gets deeper into this blue zone right here. Feel me?
Okay.
Bet.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any last minute questions?
What'd you say about my dad?
Go with this. You love doing that. All right, y'all. Well,
Hey, I got one more.
What's up?
So what if I'm in a club and like a girl asks what I do for a living? What do I tell her?
What? What does that mean? I don't.
Was that Timothy asking that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh man.
I'm just curious.
You might get rejected.
What do you? Are you asking what do you do for a living? I don't know, bro. What do you do? I mean, you want to say trade?
No, I'm saying like deeper into the conversation. Like, what do I tell her? Like,
If
she asks me, like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a market person.
Euro USD.
Yeah, she gonna definitely respect your ass if you tell her
Yeah.
that.
Just tell her. That's a funny question.
This is the best last minute question you've ever gotten.
Yeah, I'm just never mind. I'm not gonna say that. All right, so
It's all right. Yeah, it's
the
all cool.
professional question to tell her is, you are a professional forex trader. That's what you can tell her. Money doesn't define you being a professional trader either. It's the mindset that you have behind trading. That's what it is. He asks you
And
what.
then our next question is gonna be like, what's that?
Like, I learn how to spot market reversals and make money in the foreign exchange market or in the money markets. I learn how to spot the best available times to buy and sell in the markets and consistently make profit off of that. And I make all my money off of my cell phone.
Gotcha.
Pretty easy.
All right, that's all.
You gotta tell them.
Aside from your job or whatever, but that's your main hobby or the main thing that you do, and then of course you got your other things that you do, whatever that is. That boy said, what tell her?
That was a serious question.
Yeah.
No, it was just a jokey / seriously question.
Just tell her you buy and sell.
You're really good at finding rejection and not getting rejected ever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will write that down in my trading journal.
Rejected in the market. Or to spot it before it happens so you can reject them first. I don't know.
All right.
But all right, y'all.
So much good advice. Thank you. All right, cool.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you guys getting on as always. And have a great night. I'll see you guys on Sunday for the psychology session and Monday for the trading session. So, you guys got anything?
Now that's at 7 as usual, right? For the psychology lesson. That's at 7 as usual.
Sunday as usual. Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, y'all.
Last question.
Uh-oh.
I just need to know this. So you're doing Sunday, Monday, and Thursday?
Yeah. For the most part.
All
If
right,
it
perfect.
changes, I'll let you know.
All right.
It's going to change the following week because I'm going to Vegas. So I'm going to do it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Because I leave on Vegas.
Oh, you a nasty boy. Okay.
He gonna be
Don't,
partying
my friend.
down.
It's
You
just
know you.
nothing like that. It ain't nothing like that. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. GG's in the chat, y'all.
GG's later. Appreciate you.
See y'all.
GG's.
Appreciate you guys.